rally to support our troops, December 23rd. And Councilmember Lowry already said that she will be there. Thank you for your support. And the reason we bring this forward is that talking to people in the community, they mentioned, oh, the president's bringing home all the troops. I said, no, the president's bringing home the troops from Iraq. We still have them in Afghanistan, Korea, all over the world. Just made an announcement that 2,500 Marines are going to be stationed in Australia with 2 battleships. So we're going to be in there for quite a while. So we decided, as opposed to start these rallies again and rekindle that patriotism. Stockton is great. I love Stockton, born in Stockton, and I'm staying in Stockton. So with your help, hopefully you'll always be able to be out there. And this is what's so great about this country. I tell people, you can protest war, but support the troops. We don't want the same thing that happened in Vietnam. Vietnam days are gone. We learned from that. We need to continue supporting these troops. Thank you. And Susan,
thank you, Mr. Adami. Just all of you stay right there. I've got a card from Jesus
and Commander of Colorado's Post. As we approach the holidays, I just want you to consider the following poem. It was a night before Christmas. We lived all alone in one bedroom house made of plaster and stone. I had come down the chimney with presents to give and to see just who in this home did live. I looked all about, a straight side I see. No tinsel, no presents, not even a tree. No stocking by mental, just boots filled with sand. On the wall hung pictures of faraway lands. With medals and badges, awards of all kinds, a sober thought came through my mind. For this house is different. It was dark and dreary. I found the home of a soldier. Once I could see clearly. The soldier lay sleeping silent and alone, curled up on the floor in this one-bedroom home. The face was so gentle, the room in such a disorder. Not how I pictured a United States soldier. Was this the hero whom I just read? Curled up on a poncho, the floor for a bed? I realized the families that I saw this night owed their lives to these soldiers who were willing to fight. Soon around the world, the children will play and grown-ups will celebrate a bright Christmas day. They all enjoy freedom each month of the year because of the soldiers like the one laying here. I couldn't help wonder how many lay alone on a cold Christmas Eve in a land far from home. The very thought brought a tear to my eye. I dropped to my knees and started to cry. The soldier awakened and I heard a rapt voice. Santa, don't cry. This life is my choice. I fight for freedom and I don't ask for more. My life is my God, my country, my course. The soldier rolled over and drifted to sleep. I couldn't control it and continued to weep. I watched for hours so silent and still. We both shivered from the cold night's chill. I didn't want to leave on that cold, dark night. This guardian of honor so willing to fight. Then the soldier rolled over with a voice soft and pure, whispered, "Carry on, Santa. It's Christmas Day, and all is secure." One look at my watch and I knew he was right. Merry Christmas, my friend, and all a good night. Christmas is coming, and some credit is due to our United States servicemen and women for our being able to celebrate these festivities. Let's try in this small way to play a tiny bit of what we owe. Many people stop and think of our heroes, living and dead, who sacrifice themselves for us. Think about them this holidays. Thank you.
Thank you. The next person, Carrie Mark. Welcome.
Good evening, Mayor, members of the council. I hope my voice rolls out. It was not my intention to speak when I came here tonight. I was in the process of passing out a few of the flyers which you have received, and they were accepted by all that I could distribute to. Use the last one I had. A young lady passed She said, I can't go there. I am an atheist. On the flyer, it mentions that it's being held at the First Baptist Church property, which is at the corner of Alpine and El Dorado. I told her, and I hope this message gets through to anyone within the sound of my voice, I don't care if you're an atheist. I don't care about your politics. This is about supporting the troops. I would just like to take a little point of personal privilege and share this with you. This morning I was at the Board of Supervisors, and again I felt it was an exercise of what the Constitution means to the people of this country, and I dare say the world. Because to come here, which is guaranteed by the folks that we represent with that little flyer, they don't ask about politics. They don't ask about the president's beliefs. They serve. So my privilege to appear before you is guaranteed and paid for by the troops, by its veterans, and by their families. I just want you to know that, and I hope that you will support this small recognition. It does mean something to the troops. And here's the point. You may believe that now it's all over and they're all coming safely home. Nothing could be further from the truth. Men and women of our armed forces are and will continue to be in harm's way. And they do that for us. And their families pay a heavy penalty. I thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Martin. Thank you all for being here tonight. We appreciate it. Thank you for the flyers. We'll do our best to attend. The next person is Salima Al-Islam. Good evening.
Hello, my name is Selena Al-Aswad. I'm 25 years old. I came to Stockton when I was 6 years old, so it's my hometown. And just wanted to talk about the Marshall Plan that you guys are wanting to implement later on in the year, the upcoming year. But I personally think that you guys should do it now because I was traveling overseas about a year ago, and when I came back, literally a few hours before I arrived to Stockton, my place was robbed, wiped clean. And we called the cops, filed a report, and until now they don't have no idea who committed the crime or they don't have any leads. And the irony is that my neighbors down the street got robbed within a month after I got robbed. And then I just noticed that this past year there's a lot of my family, friends, they've been robbed in this region. It doesn't matter if it's the south side of Stockton or Brookside or Spanos, that robberies, they've been committed, and it's been even like broad daylight. It could be at 10 a.m., 11 a.m. when everyone's at work or at school. And so I think you guys should just implement the Marshall Plan, not now, not waiting, because especially around Christmas time, everyone's getting gifts, and that's just asking to get robbed. But that's my personal opinion.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate your comments. Adolf.
I've been a resident in Stockton for the last 23 plus years. I've worked in the east side of Stockton and owned a business for several years there as well. And as far as the crime levels in Stockton, it's nothing we need to talk about. Everybody here knows we have some serious issues. The business that I have has been burglarized. My previous business that I was invested in was a gas station. In the course of 3.5 years, we were held up 8 times. I read a book by Thomas Paine. I'm an avid book reader. And I believe that what we need to instill is common sense. I think rather than a Marshall Plan, I know nothing about that. I haven't had a chance to read on it or see what you guys are planning. But I do know that a responsible adult carrying a firearm is a great deterrent for personalized crime as well as other sorts of crimes. Statistics have proven this across the country. Oregon, Oklahoma, it's all on the internet. The information is right there. I carry a gun every day at work. I've never applied for a concealed carry license here in Stockton because when I called in here, it was pretty much made clear to me there was absolutely inconvenience to me. But down the street, about 6 houses down from where I live, the house that I rent, there was a shooting or something that happened tonight that had 4 or 5 sheriff cars, a fire engine, and an ambulance. They took somebody out of there, and I noticed as I was driving to come to the meeting this evening that the family was gathered in the front yard around some candles. I imagine they were Catholic, which would lead me to believe that the person was either deceased or in very bad condition. I can tell you that if I fail in this business, and I've been here for most of my life, that I will not be reinvesting in this area because of the amount of crime that we have, and there's a lot of other issues that we have to address here. But I believe that our solution is in common sense and in unity. And there's a lot of diversity from all of us, but standing together and communicating more. I know that I've came and I've talked to different, like Dan and Laurie and different people asking for help. We all have our challenges, but if we can stand together, and if you guys can consider that as an option, I don't know whether you ever would, but a concealed carry would also not only make us safer, but it would generate a revenue, classes and permit fees and things like that. And responsible adults could very well deter these crimes just by defending their own areas. And even if they weren't to carry the gun, the idea of the criminals having to look at that as being a potential possibility is a great deterrent. So I thank you for your time.
Thank you.